Hey, what is going on, you guys? This is Tim Odell with Odell Complete Landscape. Today, what I'm going to be taking you guys along on is mainly the demo phase of this whole backyard. It's going to be day one. We're just doing a lot of demo, a little bit of preparation, setup, all that good stuff. And we're going to be taking out this backyard patio. It's kind of a little wonky. It's got like a mini trip hazard step you can see in the back. And kind of a weird ascending concrete patio. You can see it's got like the Z formation cut into it. Kind of weird. Can't really utilize it as well. So we're going to be making it a nice square. I got Sam and Omar here with me, helping me out on the job. I got the DeWalt laser out, checking all my levels, trying to get ready and prep out the whole backyard, trying to figure out exactly where my height of grade will be, which it's gonna be right at that step with that trip hazard step. We're gonna go a little bit up, like we're gonna pretty much be matching that. So what we're gonna be doing is taking that step out. We're also gonna be doing some concrete pavers on this side yard. The concrete pavers were roughly about 3 feet by 3 feet, if I remember correctly. There are also going to be about 6 to 8 inch gaps in between each concrete paver, and the homeowner eventually decided that he wants to put tile over them. But at first we were thinking that they were going to be Spanish pebbles or some wood in between. So it ended up being a little bit more of a formwork than anticipated, because we needed to make sure that when we did put the concrete in between those concrete pavers, that it was exactly 3/4 of an inch lower than grade, because eventually they're going to be putting tile there, so it'll flush out eventually when they put those tiles on top of our concrete. We didn't actually do the tiling, we just prepped out and prepared for the tilers, but you can see how long this concrete is taking us to get out. This was all day just taking out this little tiny patio, and the reason why it took so long to get out was because of how thick this concrete was. The concrete was about 6 to 8 inches thick and had big rock in it, three-quarter rock. So we're just going at it all day. But that's also a new jackhammer. I got the same one as my dad. If you guys don't know Odell Complete Concrete, I definitely recommend you to go check out that channel and make sure you subscribe, and my channel. Alright, so here is the trailer, pretty much already all loaded up. The concrete was a lot thicker than we anticipated. It was about 6 to 8 inches thick, this slab, so it's been taking a lot longer to get this concrete out. And Sam was moving some of this concrete to the back so that we can fit a little bit more in right here. It's probably going to be about 2 loads, and it's always a good idea, guys, to separate your concrete, trash, and dirt, because you'll save money in dump fees. But so we're going to take this to the dump right now, and once we get back, we're going to put another load together. Okay, so we're back from the dump, and we're still going at this concrete. Like I said, this took us all day to do. So we're going to be chopping at that step, hitting it with the jackhammer, trying to bust that out as fast as possible. The side yard of the house actually has a large porch as well, a little two-step porch that we're going to be taking out and just readjusting how the steps go up into the house. And you guys will see that in a little bit. But taking out this step to this porch was taking way too long. Same with the side yard house porch. That took way too long to get out as well, just because of how thick this stuff was. We actually ended up buying a little chop saw, I believe a 14-incher, to just help make some cuts on top of that porch right there, to just pretty much we wanted to just chip off at least 4 to 5 inches off the top of that porch, not take the whole thing out, because that would just be a waste of effort. We just want to break it down enough so that we can pour concrete over it, just renew it. The homeowner was actually telling me not to even worry about it, but I was just like, don't worry about it, I'm gonna do it for you, because it never looks good pouring new concrete to old concrete. And here's the other little side porch I was talking about that we just went all day at with the jackhammer. And here is the new equipment I was talking about. We actually got a brand new compactor as well. This job I just pretty much bought all the tools I needed. Compactor, chop saw, jackhammer. All the tools I'm going to need for the type of work I do, which is hardscape and landscape. We're just putting it together right now. I got the steel chop saw. Can't go wrong there. And you can see we finally broke down that porch, but it took way too long. It was not fun. Alright, so we pretty much got this whole footing out. What we're going to be doing now is to make this go a little bit quicker. For this side, we got us a new concrete cutoff saw right here. What we're going to do is cut along this whole concrete slab, roughly like 4 to 5 inches deep. Just chip the whole top off, even this step. Probably just take this whole step out. But that's what we're going to be doing for this whole top area, just so we don't struggle like we did over there on that little slab. Hopefully this makes this go by quicker. Pretty sure it will, but we're going to find out right now. So here I am, just making some cuts all the way down. I kind of did like a checkerboard pattern on this top surface of the porch, just so when we did start to break it out with the jackhammer, it would just kind of come out in chunks. We actually are using some cardboard as well to help protect the windows from any cement splatter, since it is a wet saw and shoots up a lot of cement residue. You see, I didn't just go vertically, I'm also going horizontally, like I was saying, kind of like a checkered board pattern. 4 to 5 inches, and then see how fast and easy he's breaking that down with the jackhammer, just coming out in nice little square chunks. Not all of it came out so easy like that, but it came out much faster than the other side. And like I said earlier too, we're not trying to take out the whole porch, just the top layer, so that we can pour over it and then utilize pretty much the base foundation. Alright, so what we're doing right here is we're pretty much going to be getting the slopage from the back of the patio all the way around and through the front driveway. So this is pretty much our start grade, and we're just going to be kind of, for the most part, following the natural slope. We just want about a 1 to 1.5% slope, and we're going to be using a string line to get our exact slope. We actually have the laser level set up right now. We're going to get that grade set, that laser set to this height right here, this step, because that's what we're going to be repouring to. We're just going to chip this still down. Then, here you go. So we're going to set this string up, follow it to this stake right here, mark it, go down 1 inch because this is about 9 feet in total. And we want about an eighth, a little over an eighth slope for levels. And then from here, we got about roughly, I want to say like 30 feet all the way to the driveway. And we're just going to run a string line all the way to the front. And then just do a rise over run calculations and figure out just exactly how much slope we need for it to be a nice even flow of about 1 to 1.5% slope. Usually I do about 2% for pavers, but for concrete, you don't need that much. And also, on top of that, we're putting 6-inch gaps between all the concrete slabs, so a lot of it's going to be draining right into this Spanish pebble or wood that they're going to be placing in between these concrete pavers. So first things first, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting up a drainage system to that rain gutter. We're going to be tapping in to that rain gutter, shooting a little downspout on that, and then we're going to be digging a trench right underneath where our concrete is going to be placed, and we're going to be popping it up at the outside end of this driveway, which you guys will see in a little bit. So we're just going to be digging down, going roughly about 4 inches under this concrete, and then doing a small gradual slope, following natural slope really, to the front. And you can see Omar is in the orange shirt right there. He is still going at that porch. That's how hard these porches were to take out. But we got it done eventually. Also, I don't know if you guys can notice or see, next to the block wall, the foundation is pretty high on this homeowner side because the next door neighbor's property is higher. So what we ended up doing was we're going to be forming right in front of that exposed footing on that block wall, just to pretty much reinforce it and cover it up at the same time, because once we start removing all this dirt, that foundation is going to be really exposed, and you guys will see that later on and really get what I'm talking about once we get to that point. But I just wanted to let you guys keep in mind that we're going to be doing a little concrete curb in front of that block wall, just to clean it up and make it look better. Alright, so we're putting our drain in right now. We got a string line set up to give us a slab height, pretty much. That's going to be the top of concrete, this little string line. Dug down, and we just kind of followed our string line, putting a measure tape to it, and then just using a 4-foot level, making sure that was sloping. And then we're actually going to be popping the drain up into the planter bed down here. Then we're carrying it over to this planter bed, and we're going to pop a drain up right in there. And then once the water does start to build up over time, the water will just percolate right up out of this drain and flow down the driveway, watering all these plants. So that pretty much wraps up part 1 of this series. Hope you guys stay tuned for the next couple parts of this series. We got forming still to go and the concrete pour, so stay tuned for those. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far, and don't forget to like, share, and comment if you have any questions about this video, and I look forward to the next part with you guys. Have a great one.